we're on the move, and we have just arrived at the Tokyo train station. And this place looks huge. Look at this building here. So we're gonna go in the entryway over here. Hey Sue, Marinucci North entrance? No. Central, okay. Yeah, so it headed down here to the central entrance. And we're catching a train to Shimoda. Yes. Shimoda Peninsula. So that's where we're headed. So today is Monday, and we got up pretty early. We were just hanging out in the apartment. We decided to get over here early so that we might eat. We'll see if there's food here or whatever. But none of us has had breakfast or anything like that yet, so this is what we're looking at. Tokyo train station. This place is nuts. Look at this. Alright, so we made it up to our platform. We still get a little bit of time, about 50 minutes actually. But we got here pretty early because we were getting antsy sitting in the apartment. But this is a huge train station. And you know, Tokyo is the largest city in the world. And this station mirrors that largeness, put it that way. So we're just gonna wait for the train. This is not a bullet train, this is a regular standard train. We're gonna be careful. So my buddy John just told me that this train station, 1.1 million people pass through it every day. That's how busy this train station is. And where we are, we're on one of the many platforms. And I'm gonna show you something. Here, you can see this train. This is like a subway, but right above it is another train platform that's elevated. So you can see this one's slightly elevated. And then we got this car, this type train. This has sleepers on it and everything. So our train is going to come on this track right here. And what we've done is aligned ourselves with car number 7. You can see car's number 7. We're going to be on this, the JT line. And that line goes to Tokaido. So we're hoping we got a decent train. I think we do. It's a limited express train. It's not a bullet train. And the bullet train does leave from here. I think they call it Shinkansen. I gotta tell you, thank God for Susan, who was traveling with us, because she made the reservations for all this. I don't have to think about hardly anything. She's kind of leading the way here. Made the reservations for the train a couple days ago. Called the cab company, and they picked us up in a premium cab because we had our bags. so it was slightly bigger. My understanding, this is what Susan's telling me, it's cheaper here to take a cab than to take Uber. You know how Uber is a lot of times a bargain in a lot of places? Well, here it's not so much. So little tidbit, I don't know if that's true because I haven't even taken an Uber yet. I find the subway system is awesome. And yesterday we took a bus for the first time, and that's very easy once you get the hang of it. So getting around in Tokyo, it's very, very easy. You just gotta adapt a little bit, that's all. This is a very nice accommodation here on this train. Nice comfortable seats. Got a big window right here. Got a train leaving. We're not leaving for about another 10 minutes. But you can see how these seats are. Pretty nice. And I believe, yeah, they got recline. So the seats recline, and there's also a footrest that pops up. Got plenty of things here, look, little cup holder. Got a pocket. Got a table here. Pretty cool. And there's another table that comes out of the armrest. Pretty cool. So pretty soon we'll be getting a move on, and I'll give a little views of the countryside. There is also a dining car on this train in case we get hungry, which we probably will because we're on this train for about 3 hours. So got quite a ride coming up, and we're just going to settle in and go for it. This is pretty cool. Well, that was a pretty nice train, very smooth, and you know, we didn't get to see a whole lot because you're going through the mountains, you're going through tunnels, and a lot of cities and stuff. So, but one thing that we did see was Mount Fuji in the distance, and I wanted to get a photo of it, but it, you know, with the train, you're always going by stuff that was also getting in the way of the view of Mount Fuji. So that was pretty cool to see that. That's a big mountain. And so now, I think we're in Aizuku or something like that. And we just got off the train. Sue is in here dealing with getting a rental car. So this is what we're looking like. Big difference from Tokyo, I'll tell you that. This is more like a small city or a large town. Our check-in at our Airbnb is until about 3, so we got a couple hours on that. And I think what we're going to do is get the rental car, and then we're going to grab a bite to eat. Maybe hit a shopping place so we have food at the Airbnb as well. Good morning, everyone. I am at a place called Suntory Beach, and this is on the Shimoda Peninsula, which is a little bit south of Tokyo. Yesterday we took a train down here, about a 3-hour train ride, and then we got a rent-a-car at the train station and drove about 8 minutes to this area here where we are staying in an Airbnb right in back of me, right there. This is our apartment. That's my chair I was sitting in this morning. And this is a very pretty area. I'm going to show you real quick. So it's a very small village area, kind of like a little beach village. Not a lot happening. There is a major road right up here that goes to another area on the other side of this landmass. And there's another beach town with more stuff in it. There's a 7-Eleven over there. There's a couple stores. And then back of us, over by the train station, that's more like a small city. So there's plenty of shopping. We actually did some grocery shopping before we even left there yesterday. But isn't this beautiful? And I don't know if you can see it, but you can see a landmass way off in the distance. That's an island. And we looked that up yesterday. I can't remember the name of the island. But we have this beautiful beach. When we got here yesterday, John and I, one of my traveling companions, we took a dip. And my feeling is that if I am here at a beach, I try to get in the water every day. So I think this is a good way to clear my head, wake up a little bit, and enjoy the water. This is the Pacific Ocean, by the way. And yesterday, the water was actually quite nice. So I'm going to walk down these stairs, as you can see, if that's what we'll call them. And I feel a light rain getting ready to fall, so I'm going to have to make this quick. I do know we're expecting rain here, like very shortly. But, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And like I said, whenever I'm near the water like this, it's kind of my personal requirement of me to get in that water and take a dip. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, no matter what. It's not that bad, the water. The problem is getting out. It's not sunny. So I did bring a small towel in case I get a little chill coming out of the water. So let's do it. Tell you, that water's not bad at all. I wish it was like really hot right now, but it's only about 70 degrees. And like I said, rain is looming here. It's predicted to rain, and it just started sprinkling, but it hasn't started raining yet. So we'll see what happens. But that water is beautiful. If it was hot, it'd be excellently refreshing. You know, sometimes, like when I went to Nice, that water was barely cooler than the air. So it was barely refreshing, but it was refreshing. This water is very refreshing. New England water is extremely refreshing. That'll wake you up. But this is a beautiful way to clear your head in the morning. Take a little dip, get that cold water on you. Not extremely cold, but that cooler water on you, and it's just nice. And what a great place to take a dip. I mean, look at this place. Beautiful wooded area, nice little village, and a protected cove from this natural rock area. Hard to take, hard to beat. So, we got more coming from this area. We're gonna be here a week. What a great place to relax after the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. Hard to beat here on the Shimoda Peninsula. Our understanding is right around the corner and back of me is a really nice bakery. But as of today, it is closed for about 3 weeks due to the rainy season. So we just missed it by a day. And they say it's really top-notch product, but it's closed. That's what happens. Got some gentlemen over here fishing. Well, look at that, huh? So these rocks, of course, along with that island in the back, help protect this area, this cove area. And then what it does is it wraps down here. I'm not going to walk down there right now. And right behind this building is a little protected cove again, where there's a couple of boats. But this is Unbelievable, these little juts of rocks sticking out of the water. Pretty cool. And then they got some man-made stuff here, as you can see. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh boy. Tsunami refuge course. I do know we have a typhoon coming. And a typhoon, I believe, is their version of a hurricane. So it hit Okinawa yesterday. Tropical storm. And supposedly it's headed this way, hence the overcast. But we're not worried about it. You know, I don't think it's going to be way intense or anything like that. We're just going to get some rain and maybe some winds. But I wanted to show you this house that we're staying in, because what it is, the gentleman who is renting it to us told us this house is more of a traditional Japanese house, because a lot of the homes now have Western influences. But this house is set up more traditionally. So basically we're going to enter, and you can see we come in, we leave our shoes here, and then it's a raised walkway that you have to step up. And look at this beautiful woodwork. And as we go up the stairs, you can see it's the old style of Japanese craftsmanship. And then we go up the stairs to a very open area. We have an open seating area with a kitchen. And then over here is a couch. And again, with the Japanese style. And we have a nice sitting area, a balcony, overlooking the cove. But I'll take you to my bedroom, which I don't think is too much of a mess. And you can see, this is their version of a futon, which is really just padding that folds. And you put it on the floor. And this is a traditional Japanese style bedroom. The whole thing. Meanwhile, the other bedroom, Sue and John, this is set up with regular beds. Now, I gotta show you this. This is the toilet. And it's unbelievable what they have on this. So I don't know what all the buttons mean, but this is where you rinse your bottom area. And then this here would be the blower to dry it. Not all of them have that, but apparently this one does. This here is increasing and decreasing the water that is coming at you from below. And then you have a whole bunch of other stuff on here which I'm not even sure about. But these toilets, they have taken the art of bathroom, or the art of toiletry, to a whole new level over here. And that's a Toto toilet. And all the toilets in my home in Massachusetts are all Toto toilets. T-O-T-O. Just like the dog. And this is our bathroom, our shower. The shower is in a different room. And I'm about to hop in that right now and take a rinse after jumping in the Pacific Ocean.